Hi guys, so one of the driving forces behind the Brexit vote was so-called independence, the idea that Britain would be able to produce its own for sale to its own. Brexiteers both inside and outside of government of late have been demanding that British supermarkets stock British meat. Well, how is that going? The Times is reporting on Asda supermarket chain dropping its pledge to source beef exclusively from British farms. The promise was originally made towards the end of 2020. What is the reason for the shift? Well, rising prices. It's becoming too expensive to source only British beef, so cheaper stock from the Republic of Ireland is arriving on supermarket shelves in what is being described as delivering the best value for customers. While politicians may want supermarkets to be quote-unquote patriotic, they seem to forget that these companies are in the business of making a profit, and they need to provide their customers with what they want. If they don't, the customer will go elsewhere. As I highlighted on the livestream on Friday, the Environment Secretary George Eustice called on farmers and their associations to stand up to supermarkets, demand more respect and better prices. But either George doesn't understand capitalism or he's pretending not to. Supermarkets can demand lower prices from British farmers, or they can go elsewhere. Eustice told farmers, and I quote, to stand up to retailers to ensure that the money that they are paid reflects the cost of their production. British farmers said that they're incredibly disappointed with the supermarket's decision not to stock 100% British beef. This follows rising costs for them in the way of higher fertilizer and fuel costs. A spokesperson for the National Beef Association said, and I quote, retailers shouldn't be using British farmers as a means of trying to compete with each other. We are now at a place where fuel prices and fertilizer costs have gone through the roof, and there is little margin for producers. The National Farmers Union responded in a similar manner, saying, it's incredibly disappointing that Asda has gone back on its commitment to source 100% British beef. Our beef is renowned for its quality and high production standards, and retail support plays a big part in enabling farmers to make further investments in climate and environmentally friendly food production. Given the significant changes to trade and agricultural policy, it is more important than ever that our retailers champion British food and farming, and that fundamentally any sourcing commitments they make are honoured. While other supermarket chains including M&S, Lidl, Waitrose and Co-op have committed to sourcing their beef from Britain, a potential loophole could be in a story I covered some weeks ago, where beef is being sent to Ireland for processing and then returned to Britain for sale. In a sense, if the final processing is completed in Great Britain, it could be sold as British beef even if part of the work is done outside Britain. Asda made the promise back in 2020 following its takeover by one of the richest families in Britain. However, this was before the full impact of Brexit was felt and has seen a massive jump in costs for British producers. The one caveat for now is that Asda will stock British beef in its premium range. This is extremely telling, isn't it? A spokesperson for Asda said, and I quote, we know that it is important to our customers that the beef on our shelves has been produced to high welfare standards and is affordable. Unfortunately, the price of British beef has risen, and while we continue to work hard to keep prices as low as possible for our customers, these increases are significant. This allows us to provide quality products which cater to all customer budgets. So who is benefiting from all of this? Well, beef producers outside the UK at the moment. A lot of beef is imported from Ireland, so it seems that that country is on the receiving end of the Brexit benefits at the moment. Things are expected to get much worse though for British farmers, as cheap imports from Australia are likely to drive down the price of beef, thanks to Liz Truss and her wonderful trade deals last year. We could see British farming becoming a niche, where it only supplies products to the richest people as everyone else gets their food imported from abroad. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.